And I'll just start your reading right now for Virgo. So the first card you have for your past is the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, this can often be about work, working with other people. You know, I think you know that you're actually good at what you do. You know you're well qualified. You know all of that. I think there actually might have been someone around you who was trying to undermine that in some way. I think they were trying to do this in a subtle way, but I think you could tell this is what they were doing. The big thing I want to say here is don't take this person seriously. They're trying to do theirs. They're trying to kind of do things. This is what I'm seeing that they're doing. I'm seeing this specific thing. They're asking you a question. This is what I'm seeing. Someone's asking you a question, and then maybe they don't take your word for it. They go to someone else to get the same answer after they've spoken to you. That's what I'm seeing. And then you're kind of sitting there and you're thinking, why did they bother asking me if they didn't want to listen to my answer? Why bother asking me at all? Just go ask the other person. So it's kind of a subtle way of kind of undermining you and chipping away at your confidence, because you start to think, well, don't people take my word for things? Don't people listen to what I have to say? Haven't I got knowledge to tell people? Don't they think I know what I'm talking about? And you start to question yourself and worry, maybe I'm not so good. I thought I was good at this, but obviously some people don't think I am, you know. So you start to think, and that's the game they're playing. That's what they were trying to get you to do, to feel like that. Now watch out for this person, definitely, but also don't take them seriously. Do not take what they say to heart. I think that's a big thing in this card that I'm seeing. They want to be where you are. I think they want to be where you are. They might be younger than you. They might be in a kind of a so-called lower position than you. I don't believe in that, but you know, a lot of places that you work do have that kind of hierarchy. But anyway, yeah, don't let them get under your skin. That's the big thing I'm seeing in this card. You know, if they think they're going to get to where you are by pulling people down, that's not going to happen. The only place to get where you are is to do the work, because if they don't do the work and they end up where you are or somewhere else, they won't be able to cope with the actual work that's in front of them. You know that, they don't know that, and they're doing all sorts of these little tricks. Whatever you do, do not take them seriously. Don't let them undermine your confidence. Don't even think for a second that they do this because they don't think you know what you're doing. They know that you know what you're doing. So just ignore this whole thing. I'd even laugh at them, really. So the next card you have, you past, is the Two of Cups. Okay, so this is, okay, so this can be, I think this is a love situation. I think this is about a situation that's quite difficult, and I think there have been some backwards and forwards going on in this situation. I think at this time it was developing, going forward. I think, you know, I think you've had a lot of, this is what I'm seeing. I hope this is going to make sense. It probably sounds a bit strange. I think you were thrown together with this person for some reason. I can't think of a better way to say that. You were thrown together. There were these circumstances, difficult circumstances, and that's why you were kind of thrown together. And you've had a lot of ups and downs with them. And again, this is a love connection. I think at one time one of you might have left, or the other one, or even both of you. And there was a lot of turbulence, a lot of backwards and forwards. But I think at this time, I think you might have made a decision to try things with them. Again, make a go of things. And things were starting to smooth out a bit at this time. There was still a lot of unsurety on your part. I think you think, I don't know if this is going to work, but I really want to have a go. I really want to try. And I think they might have felt a little bit similar as well. I actually think they had a lot more to lose if you did end things. That's the impression I'm getting here on this card. Also, I'm seeing that you might have more to offer them in terms of practical things, material things. You might have a higher paid job, or you might have, you know, a home that they've moved into with you. and you're the one, you know, it's your home, your name's on everything. It might be something like that, something material that you're kind of in a more stable position than they are. Now, I know material things shouldn't be a major focus when it comes to relationships, but I'm looking at these two things together, the turbulence behind you and this kind of material imbalance, if that makes sense. So that might cause, all those things together might cause a little bit of, maybe more than a little bit of more turbulence in the future, but that's something you've got to work through. You know, I think you were trying to work through that, and I think they were as well. I think their intentions were good at this time. They really, really wanted to try. I think you both still had a lot of work to do. And I think you know that. If you look at the caduceus between these two cups, it can represent healing, and it also can represent communication. So what this is saying is, if you both want to make a go of this, if you both want to heal through the bad times you've been through or whatever, you have to communicate, and you have to communicate a lot. That's what I'm seeing in that card. This definitely does have a chance, I think. I'm just seeing, I'll just tell you, I'm just seeing this coming in. They might not have, or they might not have the skills or as many skills as you in terms of communication. That's what I'm seeing. So keep that in mind as well when you go through these talks with them. They might not have the communication skills that you have. That's what I'm seeing. Right, so the last card you have your past is the Nine of Wands. Yeah, so this is still this situation. It's very difficult, and I think it's right in your mind at this time. That's why this is coming up all the time, and in theirs as well, probably. Again, a lot happened between you. You're pushing forward. This poor man's injured. He's been through a lot, and he's still trying to push forward. He's making a go of things. I'm also seeing a lot of pressure on them. I'm seeing family pressure. I'm actually seeing, okay, I know this is very specific, but I'll tell you what I'm seeing. I think they might have come from quite a difficult background. I think when they were growing up, they weren't loved unconditionally, they were loved conditionally. What I mean by that is, if they were doing everything that this parent wanted them to do, I think it was one parent that caused all the problems, not two. If they were doing everything that this parent wanted, they'd get love. And if they weren't doing everything, life would become very, very difficult for them. It's very sad, actually. I'm feeling very sad looking at this and thinking about this. I'm not talking about normal good behavior being rewarded and bad behavior being punished like a normal childhood. This is quite different. This is about having strange, kind of inconsistent rules or something like that based on a parent's feelings, however they were feeling at that time. So if I'm in a good mood, you get good treatment. If I'm in a bad one, you get bad treatment, no matter how good you're behaving or what you're doing. It's very, very, very sad. So, you know, I hope I'm able to articulate this properly. I know I'm stumbling a bit, but I'm trying to really get everything I'm seeing out. But, you know, I think if you do want to go ahead with this relationship, they're always going to carry some of their past with them. Some of their difficult home life is always going to be around this relationship in some way. And I'll tell you how I'm seeing that. I'm looking at this Two of Cups again, which is above this card. And obviously this couple's coming together, they're trying their best, but there's a home in the background, and it's right in the background. So because it's in the background, I'm seeing it's a house or a home that's in their background, their home life. So no matter how much you talk, no matter how much you communicate, their home life and their background is always going to be in the picture in some way. Now, I'm not making excuses for them, but what I am seeing is that because of their background, they struggle with love, they struggle with commitment, they struggle with trusting people. And what I was seeing in the Two of Cups, and I'm seeing it again, they absolutely struggle with communicating properly. So that's what I'm seeing here. There are some big issues. If this is all resonating with you, there are some big issues that you're going to have to keep in mind when you go forward with them. That's what I'm seeing. Right, so that was a lot I had to get out. That was a lot I was seeing. The first card you have your present is the Two of Pentacles. here's this man, he's trying to keep everything together, he's struggling. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy to go forward with this person, to move forward. But if you're really both committed, if you really both do this communication, you can definitely do this. I'd love to be able to tell you it definitely will work out or it won't, or give you some definite answer here. I can't do that. There are too many variables here. You know, no matter how much love there is, how much work you put in, I think there'll always be a little bit of a wild card. They're always going to have that difficult behavior around them. It's not their fault, it's the way they were brought up. But again, I don't want to make excuses for someone, because some people have been through some horrendous childhoods and they turn out to have lots of very beautiful, fantastic qualities. They do very well in life, so I'm not doing that. But this person is a bit unpredictable, and being unpredictable can be fantastic in a lot of ways. You know, they're interesting, they're not boring. But if you want to feel secure and stable, you are going to have a few ups and downs if that's what you're wanting with this person. So there's that again. The other thing I'm seeing in this card is this work situation that I was seeing, the Three of Pentacles. Again, I think this is showing you that you should not take this person seriously. You know, I think if they could actually complain to you properly, to the authorities or anything, they absolutely would not have a leg to stand on. Like this man, he's on one leg. They wouldn't have a leg to stand on. That's what I'm seeing in this card. And, you know, also I'm seeing that no matter what happens in your work life, even if you have a lot on, if you're busy or whatever, you're still able to make things flow very smoothly, like these coins are kind of flowing around. You keep things going, you keep things up, you keep on top of things. Also, you have a lot of passion for your work, you love your work. This man's hat can represent passion. You can see why that is. I won't say any more about that. But yes, you're good at your work, you love your work, you have a good reputation. Again, if you're still worrying about this person in the Three of Pentacles bothering you, undermining you, don't even give it another minute's thought. That's what I'm seeing. The next card you have your present is the World. Yeah, you might be a bit of a perfectionist actually when it comes to your work. And this could be why this person's behavior was affecting you so much. You know, you take your work really seriously, you take your reputation seriously as well. So, you know, of course, when someone comes and tries to undermine that, it makes you feel really off balance, like the man in the Two of Pentacles. But you never have to worry. Again, don't worry about being thrown off. People see you as steady, dependable, and you're always going to have a good reputation. There's an infinity symbol in the Two of Pentacles. There are two infinity symbols in this card as well, tied around this wreath. So you're always going to have that good reputation. You never have to worry around your work. That's what I'm seeing in that card. Keep on doing whatever you're doing. You're doing the right thing in work. The last card you have your present is the Ace of Cups. Yes. Okay, so I hate to say this, but you probably have quite a few more emotional ups and downs ahead of you around this relationship. It's very intense. It has been intense in the past. You have some more of this kind of intensity ahead of you as well. A bit of turbulence. You have love, you have positivity in front of you as well, but I think there's also going to be some tears. I think there's going to be some difficult talks as well. Again, I'm seeing that again. It's not going to be easy. You know, I have to be honest, I am seeing that, tears. This might sound really strange, and I know this probably isn't going to resonate with a lot of people, but I think you have a lot to teach them in terms of how to love and even how to feel love, because I think they might have a bit of a skewed version of what love's supposed to be. Even if you know, they even have a difficult way of understanding what it's supposed to feel like, I think. And again, this is probably because of their background. You know, again, I'm not making excuses. I'm just seeing that this is probably why that is. Yeah, this is really deep, really complicated. You know that. And again, there's still a lot of work that has to happen here. There's a lot of emotional work that has to happen here. You might even have to go through some kind of therapy if you're serious and if you feel that that's what you need to do. I just hope these messages reach the right person. I know it's really complicated. All I can say is a lot of work has to happen here. That's all I can really say. So the first card you have for your future is the Three of Swords. Yes. Now, I know, don't be upset if you're going through this love problem. Don't think this is about a breakup. I'm not seeing that. I know this is the heartbreak card. I'm not seeing finality here. I know it sounds like it's going to turn into that because of everything, but it isn't. It might or it might not. It's not sure that it will break up. That's what I'm seeing in this card. I think this is a message to you that if you both really, really want this to work, you are going to have to go through a lot of really, really deep communication, which I've already seen all over this reading. And it's probably going to mean a few tears again. I'm seeing that here again. I think you're going to have some conversations that are going to be quite harsh. I'm seeing harsh words in this card. Yeah, you know it's not going to be easy. I've said that everywhere and I've seen that everywhere. You know I've been accused of being negative in some of these readings, and I'm not trying to do that. I'm really not. I'm looking at what I'm seeing and I'm trying to articulate that in the best way that I can. That's all I try to do. But yeah, again, this isn't as bad as it seems. If you look at these swords, look at the way they're pointing. They're pointing downwards. They're still up in the sky, in this heart, floating around, not knowing where they're going to land. But they're pointing toward the ground, toward the earth. So if you're going to go through all this hard work, what I'm seeing is you'll eventually reach the ground. You'll reach the earth. You'll reach some stability. You know, gravity, everything has to come down. And that's what I'm seeing is going to happen if you put the work in, if you can get through these harsh conversations, if you can get through all the problems and the tears and everything else, you're eventually going to reach some kind of stability. That's what I'm seeing. If you do put the work in, and if they do as well, it's not just you, it's both of you equally. So one might put the work in, the other one might not, I don't know, but you both have to equally put the work in. The next card you have your future is the Three of Wands. Yeah, again, I think you're still going to be cautious, but hopeful. You're going to keep on trying. They are as well. And so, again, if this is all resonating, make sure you take some time out as well. Get some rest. Do some fun things. Break things up. No one can bear that kind of constant intensity all the time. It will drive you absolutely crazy. You'll be burnt out. Don't do that. I'm also seeing some kind of recognition or some kind of award or something like that coming to you. This card can be about working hard, getting a reward back from that. It's something you deserve. It's something that's come from your hard work, and the World card can be about rewards and recognition as well. So if you've been anticipating an award or some kind of recognition coming to you, just know that it is coming. You might have to wait for a while, but it is coming. And if it is around work, all I could say is it's really going to drive this person crazy, this person who's a bit jealous of you. So be prepared for that as well. But I mean, again, you don't need to take any of that seriously. That's what I'm seeing. So the last card you have for your future is the Nine of Pentacles. So again, there's a reward coming to you. I think it's either going to be a financial reward or a financial reward is going to come with this other award, whatever it is. Might be a bonus, might be a pay rise or something. There's some kind of financial windfall coming to you. And again, it's coming from your hard work. It's not just coming out of nowhere. You know, it comes from your hard work, because the woman in this card, she looks as if she's just relaxing, and she might look that way to people looking at her. But grapevines can represent lots and lots and lots of work and harvesting. They take a long time to harvest. So again, this is all coming from work that you've already put in. And I think this good news that comes in for you, this award, this money or whatever, this is going to be a really welcome distraction from these intense relationship talks. I think you'll still have all of that in the back of your mind while this is happening. I think you'll also still have a lot of decisions in front of you around this relationship. Decisions, sorry, I can't speak properly. So you'll have decisions because of these two trees, and the two trees in this card represent decisions to me, because they're a bit like, you know, the Garden of Eden with the tree of life and the tree of knowledge, which is all about decisions. So you're going to have a lot of decisions about this relationship ahead of you, a lot of talks, a lot of communication, difficult times, I've got to say. You know, again, I'd love to be able to tell you that whether this is all going to work out or not, I really can't. There are just too many variables in this. It's complicated at this time. You will find this out eventually. So keep on trying if that's what you want to do. Keep on putting the work into this if that's what you want to do. So Virgo, I know that was really intense. It was a lot to say, but I hope this resonated. I hope you understood this. But general readings can't always resonate with everyone, as you know. Again, if you like this reading, please like, subscribe, leave a comment if you'd like to. And thank you so much for watching.